Let's talk about MSNBC. Let's keep it going with the fake news. We got this from Newsbusters, another story. Insane. MSNBC host thinks Desantis wants to codify white supremacy by banning critical race theory. MSNBC is known for its insane and vile commentary, which occurs on an almost daily basis. But this one might be the craziest comments this week. During a segment on MSNBC's The Beat with Ari Melber, fill-in host Jason Johnson discussed Governor Ron DeSantis, his support of a bill that would ban critical race theory in public schools. Johnson claimed the proposed legislation, titled Stop Woke Act, is DeSantis's new effort to codify white supremacy for political gain. What does white supremacy mean? See, this was one of the big issues that occurred. One of the points of contention for the episode we did with R.A., the Rugged Man, was that I don't think even he knows his own definition of white supremacy.
Right.
And a lot of people don't. Typically, the cultural right believes white supremacy to mean someone who believes they are genetically superior based on their race or the ideology of that. But the leftists, critical race theorists, believe white supremacy literally just means dominant culture. So when the left says white supremacy, they're referring to the fact that most people in this country are white. That's it. So they'll say things like, when they say, Hollywood is a white supremacist institution, what people on the right hear is that they're accusing people in Hollywood of believing they're genetically superior based on race. What the left is saying is that it's an institution created by white people that mostly benefits the majority, the largest, race, like majority race in the country. Because of this, you end up with stories like this. They make no sense. So so I would argue this. If you take away the word white supremacy and replace it for what they're actually saying and say that Jason Johnson said the Stop Woke Act is DeSantis' new effort to codify traditional American culture for political gain, it's like, oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I
mean, sure. I don't know. It doesn't sound nearly as insane.
Well, I think definitions matter here, and that's why in yesterday's interview I was like, wait, what do you mean by this? What is your understanding of this? Because I think there was a disconnect with what we thought the words mean. And when it comes to the word white supremacy, it has been used and abused to such a silly level that I feel like in some instances it's losing its meaning, it's losing its power, because it rained and MSNBC was freaking out saying it's white supremacy that caused it to rain. I'm being facetious here, but they literally almost blame everything underneath the sun. If you're going on nature hikes, that's white supremacy. Going out in nature is white supremacy. And I'm like, you're devaluing this word and this meaning. So for MSNBC to say this as hyperbolic as they are, it's like, okay, what are you really trying to say here? Because you bastardize the language.
They're
so
zombies.
Much.
They're zombies. Zombies and zombie lords. That was I loved that conversation we had when Ian was here. I was like, because NPCs, zombies, kind of interchangeable. And then I mentioned, well, some of these people know they're lying. But I think the people at MSNBC who are saying this stuff are just mindlessly repeating the words. But there are people who know they're changing the definition of the words to manipulate people into joining their cult ideology. And so I asked, are zombies evil? And I think Ian first said no. He's like, no. They're neutral or whatever. And then we looked up, or actually, no, I think he said zombies are evil. In the official Dungeons & Dragons, zombies are evil. So even if you're mindless, like this is the perfect example of the banality of evil. Mindlessly going along with evil. I'm sorry, that makes you evil.